Okay, so let's talk about something many guys, especially, once you hit your 30s, might start noticing. Maybe that get up and go isn't quite there like it used to be, or your sex drive seems a bit lower. And maybe you're even wondering if your muscles or even your bones feel a bit less dense. It's actually a really common thing people experience. And if any of that sounds familiar, well, you're in the right place because we're diving deep into this today.
Yeah, what you're touching on there really points towards testosterone. And it's not just about, muscle or libido. Those are big ones. This hormone is, well, it's vital for mental sharpness, for mood, even sperm production and regulating blood sugar. And you're right that after 30 mark, levels do tend to naturally dip about 1% per year on average. It's just a physiological shift.
Right. Okay. So let's really unpack that. Our goal here is to find some real actionable stuff, some natural solutions maybe, to help counteract this decline. We've looked into an expert source that makes a pretty bold claim, a potential boost of up to 300% in testosterone levels. Now, 300%, that definitely catches your eye. Is that realistic for most guys? Or does it depend on where you're starting from?
That 300%, it's a big number for sure. It often represents the peak potential seen in studies, especially for men, starting with quite low levels. But the key takeaway isn't just that specific number. It's more that natural approaches can actually make a really significant difference. We're talking about moving the needle quite a bit. It's really about optimizing what your body can already do rather than, searching for some magic bullet.
That makes sense, puts it in context. So just how widespread is this? Are we talking about a small group of men, or is this something lots of guys are quietly dealing with?
Well, it's far from niche. While that 1% yearly drop is, typical physiology, clinically low testosterone, that's a real concern. Estimates suggest it could affect something like 40% of men over 45. 40%. And the tricky part is the symptoms often start really subtly. You might barely notice them at first, but they tend to get worse over time.
Like, what kind of symptoms are we talking about?
Well, things like a low or maybe even non-existent sex drive, erectile dysfunction, or ED, that feeling of just being constantly tired, low energy. You might also see muscle mass decreasing while body fat increases, maybe feelings of depression or that annoying brain fog. Even things like your skin or hair thinning can be part of the picture. And it's so important to get this. These are not just normal parts of getting older that you have to accept. If this is you, you're definitely not alone.
Mm.
And there's a crucial point here, too, that connection between erectile dysfunction and heart health. ED can actually be an early warning sign for cardiovascular problems down the line.
Wow, okay. That link to heart disease really drives home that this isn't just about feeling good day to day, it's about your overall long-term health. So finding effective, natural ways to tackle this feels even more important. And this source we looked at mentions something pretty intriguing, a homemade elixir, a natural blend to boost testosterone. Sounds interesting. What's in it?
It really is a fascinating mix, and each ingredient plays a very specific role. They work together. So first up, pumpkin seeds. These things are powerhouses of zinc. Just a quarter cup gives you about 74% of your daily zinc. And low zinc is very clearly linked to low testosterone, so that's key. Plus, they're full of magnesium, which studies show can increase both free and total T levels. So you start with about a quarter cup of raw pumpkin seeds.
Okay, so right off the bat, we're hitting essential minerals for hormone health. Makes sense. What's next in this blend?
Next are Brazil nuts. These are probably one of the best natural sources of selenium you can find. Selenium is a really powerful antioxidant. It helps protect the testes and sperm from oxidative stress. Think of like rust on your cells. One study actually found men with higher selenium had 33% higher testosterone. They also provide L-arginine, an amino acid that helps relax blood vessels, which is great for blood flow and, erectile function. Just 4 or 5 Brazil nuts is what you need.
Selenium and L-arginine. Okay.
Interesting. Then we add cinnamon. This spice is great for circulation. It helps relax and widen blood vessels again, crucial for strong erections and overall sexual function. Some studies looking at cinnamon supplements also found boosts in sperm count, motility, vitality, all important for fertility. You'll add about a quarter teaspoon of ground cinnamon. After that, nutmeg. This one has a long history as an aphrodisiac, something to boost desire. The active compound in it, myriticin, seems to increase neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. That means better mood, better libido. Also a quarter teaspoon of ground nutmeg.
Okay, so we've got minerals, blood flow enhancers, mood boosters. It's quite a mix already. What else goes in?
Next is fenugreek. This is an herb that's been used in Indian medicine for, well, ages, specifically for male virility. And modern science is backing this up. One study With college-age men taking fenugreek daily for 8 weeks, they saw significant increases in testosterone, plus more muscle mass and strength. Another one, with 50 men, showed better sexual function and T-level boosts up to 46%. That's pretty significant. For this, you'll want 1 large spoon of fenugreek powder.
46%. Wow, okay.
Then we have maca root, often called a superfood. It's known for boosting energy, mood, and, yes, sexual desire and function. Maca seems to work by helping normalize your body's stress response and balancing the endocrine system that's your hormone control center. Hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenals, all vital for T production. There was a 2015 study showing maca helped men with ED, improving libido and function after 12 weeks. You use 1 small spoon of gelatinized maca powder. Gelatinized is usually easier on the stomach than raw.
Gelatinized, okay. Good tip. And the final ingredient.
Finally, raw cacao powder.
Mm-hmm.
Not cocoa, but raw cacao. It's one of the best dietary sources of magnesium, about 27% of your daily need per spoon. And we already know magnesium is essential for testosterone. It's also packed with flavonoids and antioxidants. These help improve blood flow and can even lower blood pressure, both really important for better sexual function. Add 1 large spoon and make sure it's raw to get all the benefits.
That is quite the list. Pumpkin seeds, Brazil nuts, cinnamon, nutmeg, fenugreek, maca, raw cacao. I can see how each piece contributes. So what makes this specific combination work so well together, do you think?
Well, I think it's the synergy, the multi-pronged attack, if you will. It's not just one thing. You've got direct mineral support for T production with zinc and magnesium. You've got antioxidants like selenium protecting things at a cellular level. You have circulation boosters like cinnamon and L-arginine, mood and libido enhancers like nutmeg and maca, and endocrine balancers like maca. It's hitting the problem from multiple angles, creating a really supportive environment for your body's own natural processes. It's holistic.
Holistic. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's not just trying one thing. Okay, so you've got all these ingredients. How do you actually put it together to make the elixir?
It's actually really simple. First, take the pumpkin seeds and Brazil nuts and grind them up. Food processor, blender, whatever works until they're pretty smooth. Then, just transfer that nutty paste to a bowl. Add in the ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, the fenugreek powder, the gelatinized maca, and the raw cacao powder. Give it all a really good mix until it's well combined, and that's it. Your elixir is ready.
Nice and easy. And then how do you actually use it? How do you get it into your daily routine?
Super versatile. The recommendation is 1 to 2 spoons per day. You can store it into yogurt, blend it into a smoothie or fresh juice, even mix it into your oatmeal in the morning. Pretty easy to incorporate. And the mixture itself, you can store it in an airtight container in the fridge for up to a month. The source suggests that with daily, consistent use, you should see significant results.
Okay, that sounds like a powerful tool to add to the arsenal. But I imagine the elixir works best alongside other healthy habits, right? What else can people do naturally through lifestyle?
Absolutely. The elixir is great, but lifestyle is foundational. And there's a lot you can control here. First off, prioritize sleep. Seriously. Aim for a solid 6 to 8 hours of quality sleep every night. Lack of sleep just tanks testosterone levels. It's a direct hit.
Quality sleep, right. Not just being in bed, but actually resting.
Exactly. Deep, uninterrupted sleep. That's when your body does a lot of its hormonal housekeeping. Second, get moving regularly. Consistent exercise is key. Weightlifting is great, but so is running, walking, even HIIT, high-intensity interval training. Exercise boosts circulation, blood flow, directly helps testosterone, and builds muscle, which also helps.
So it doesn't have to be hardcore gym sessions necessarily, just consistent activity.
Precisely. Consistency beats intensity sometimes. Just keep moving. Third, manage chronic health issues. If you have conditions like heart disease, diabetes, or others, actively working with your doctor to manage them is important as these can pull down T levels.
Okay.
Fourth, deal with stress. Chronic stress and anxiety are killers for testosterone. They ramp up cortisol, cause inflammation, both bad news. So find ways to unwind. Maybe it's chamomile tea, maybe meditation, deep breathing exercises, whatever works for you.
It really shows how everything's connected, doesn't it? Stress, sleep, heart health. It all feeds into hormonal balance. What about food specifically?
Diet is huge. Fifth point, eat healthy fats. Focus on monounsaturated fats. Take extra virgin olive oil, avocados, eggs, quality meats. These fats are actually building blocks for hormones, including testosterone. On the flip side, you want to limit the unhealthy stuff, saturated fats, trans fats, and maybe go easy on excessive polyunsaturated fats too.
Healthy fats, got it.
Sixth, check your vitamin D. Levels often drop as we age, and vitamin D is crucial for testosterone production. Easiest way. Get a bit of morning sun, like 10-15 minutes between 6 and 7 a.m. if you can. Or consider a supplement, maybe 5,000 to 10,000 IU of vitamin D3. Just make sure you take it with vitamin K2 for proper absorption and use.
Vitamin D, yeah, that's one people often forget about but sounds critical. Anything else diet or lifestyle-wise?
Seventh, watch the alcohol. Alcohol can really drop testosterone levels quite significantly. It also messes with sexual function and, frankly, can impact your relationships and overall life quality, so limiting it is wise. And finally, number 8, stay hydrated. Simple, basic, but essential. Drink enough water every day. Your whole body, including your hormonal system, just works better when hydrated.
Okay, so it's quite a comprehensive picture. You've got this powerful natural elixir focusing on specific nutrients and pathways, and then you back it up with these fundamental lifestyle pillars: sleep, exercise, stress management, diet, vitamin D, limiting alcohol, hydration. It feels like if you combine these, you're really setting yourself up for success: more energy, strength, better sex life,
Yeah.
feeling more like yourself, maybe even better.
Exactly. You're creating the optimal conditions for your body to thrive and produce testosterone naturally. It's about taking proactive control of your health and vitality. Yeah. So thinking about everything we've discussed today, all these powerful tools, the elixir ingredients, the lifestyle changes, here's something to ponder. What single change, just one thing from everything we've covered, feels like it could be the most impactful starting point for your personal health journey right now? And how might committing to just that one step start a positive ripple effect for your overall well-being?